College football scoreboard on what has been a Week 8 to remember. And we welcome you inside our ESPN College football studios with BYU National Champion Trevor Matich. Kevin Connors here with you. Wild day in college football, and it's not done yet. We want to take you out to all. We join you here on College Football Scoreboard. BYU National Champion Trevor Matich, Kevin Connors here with you. We want to run you through the day, Week 8 of the college football season, and we begin in the SEC with some dynamite matchups, including maybe the best one all day, the top 10 showdown, Ole Miss and Georgia. Midway through the third, Trevor, the story was the play of Trinidad Chambliss.
And with his arm, they couldn't run the ball effectively, Ole Miss, but Chambliss kept them going with his arm.
Incredible throw and catch to Deuce Alexander, and then it's Chambliss using his feet to take it in.
He did just enough on the ground to make things happen, but Georgia had no answer for his passing.
Until the fourth quarter, when the Dogs came to life, Gunnar Stockton to Nate Frazier.
Stockton had a Heisman caliber game, running and throwing the ball.
Lawson Lucky was his favorite target, one of 3 touchdowns on the day. Georgia comes back to beat Ole Miss 43-35. You want to talk about a tale of 2 halves, or really 3 quarters to that fourth quarter. Trevor, look at what the Dogs did in the fourth.
It did. They took over. They ended up running the ball, Georgia, 49 times for over 200 yards, and they just kept investing, and when the fourth quarter came around, they just pounded Ole Miss into dust.
Meantime, Vanderbilt had not knocked off LSU in 35 years entering play today. Third quarter, Diego Pavia finding Cole Spence for a 1-yard touchdown, giving Vanderbilt the 17-13 lead. Trust me, it was much faster in person. There's Pavia the touchdown there, but LSU would get back in it. How about the individual effort here by Xavier Thomas?
Yeah, it was a great job by Garrett Nussmeier to get the ball out, but look at all the broken tackles. Okay, 1, 2, 3. And now it's a foot race with the best hair in the SEC, and hair loses.
61 on the yak for Thomas. LSU cuts into the lead, but fourth quarter, the magician that is Diego Pavia.
Yeah, that's Houdini just escaping. This is fourth down. This is critical, and it's a superpower of Pavia to extend drives like this, because then this happens.
The New Mexico State transfer who wasn't big enough, wasn't good enough, sure is looking the part. Maybe his Heisman moment for Vanderbilt in a big win over LSU.
In my world, there's one person alive that can make that play, and that's Diego Pavia. And he evaded rush, he bought time,
There are impact transfers, and then there are impact transfers. The 5 years prior to Diego Pavia arrived on campus in Nashville, Vanderbilt won a total of 12 games. In the previous 2 seasons, Pavia has won 13. Vanderbilt now a better than 40% chance to make the college football playoff. Tennessee and Alabama, a game that wrapped up within the hour here, middle of the first quarter. Ty Simpson to Isaiah Horton.
Now this shaped up as a quarterback duel, and it lived up to that billing.
9-7 game, second quarter. There's Jam Miller walking in. It was 16-7 Alabama. Closing seconds of the first half, Tennessee on the doorstep. Trevor, this changed the game. Xavier Brown all the way.
It did. 2 things happened there. One, pressure made Aguilar throw it fading away. Second, his receiver faded away from the line, and that allowed the defender to step in front of the pass.
Second longest interception return for a touchdown. Alabama, the 37-20 victory here. Let's start by talking about Alabama. Start of the day, it was a crowded top of the SEC. After the win today over Tennessee, another win over another ranked team. Where is Alabama in your estimation?
They're the best team in the SEC right now. They're the most complete team in the SEC. And the thing that impresses me more than anything, Kevin, is that they are playing to win critical moments. Last year, they lost 3 games in the regular season, in part because they would run around playing at football, while their opponent was playing to win the critical third down, the critical fourth down. And they did more often than Bama did. This year, you're seeing Alabama win those key moments, and it's one of the reasons that they're playing, I think, to their capability in a way that they were not last year.
Meantime, there's Vanderbilt. Yes, Vanderbilt with a better than 40% chance to make the college football playoff after beating LSU today. Second straight season with a top 10 win. They've got a quarterback who has entered the Heisman conversation. What's the significance of this win today for the Commodores?
It is enormous. I mean, here we are in late October, and we're talking about Vanderbilt as a legitimate playoff contender. That's crazy by itself. They've done it with Diego Pavia, whose superpower is to convert third and fourth down and extend drives. They've done it with improvements on the offensive and defensive lines to where now they are competitive in the trenches in the SEC, which hasn't been the case before. And so this is a complete turnaround on the field from the Vanderbilt that we have known.
Remarkable that the Commodores are right there in the SEC where the big boys can flex like Texas A&M did today, although it was not easy in Fayetteville. Here's Reuben Owens II extending this 4-point Aggie lead.
Yeah, they win different kinds of games. This one was a desperate track meet.
Fourth quarter, second and goal. Talon Green, Jayden Platt, here come the Hogs.
Yeah, they had over 500 yards total offense against Texas A&M. This is a bad thing for that A&M defense.
Thing is, they couldn't stop A&M. Owens II, another touchdown run, his second of the day.
Yeah, Owens is in for the injured Le'Veon Moss, and he averages about 6 yards a carry himself. That's a pretty good backup.
45-42, they win a shootout. Texas, Kentucky, anything but. This is in overtime. Kentucky stuffed after they go for it on fourth down, and then field goal attempt by Shipley to win it, and he does. It was not pretty, but Texas picks up its fifth win of the year, and they stay in the mix with a 16-13 overtime win. Texas Tech on the road taking on Arizona State. No Baron Morton today, out with an injury, so Will Hammond got the start. This to Reggie Virgil gives them the lead.
Yes, and Will Hammond actually did a nice job. He didn't throw downfield much, but this was one of those vertical throws.
Sam Levitt did play today. What a pass here to Jordan Tyson.
Levitt was injured last week, and he was gimpy today, but he was really the player of the game.
And it would lead to this later in the drive. Raleek Brown, short touchdown.
That's right. Texas Tech had stormed back to take the lead with 2 quick touchdowns, but could they hold it?
3 seconds to go. Hammond hoping the prayer would be answered. It's not to be. Arizona State still in the mix. Texas Tech loses for the first time this season, 26-22. It's a Texas Tech team that's rebuilt its roster through NIL. Undefeated start to the season. Joey McGuire didn't have his quarterback. How damaging is this loss today for the Red Raiders?
I think it's not good, but they still are the best team in the Big 12 as long as Baron Morton, the quarterback, comes back healthy. Will Hammond is doing a nice job, but he's not the dynamic downfield playmaker with the consistency that Baron Morton can do. And so Texas Tech lost in the trenches today, in part because the quarterback couldn't extend the safeties away from the line.
It's a Texas Tech team. You see the schedule here. BYU has already won. It's a tough road ahead. Still in a good position with only 1 loss, but Arizona State, the defending playoff representative from the Big 12, stays alive as well. Inside our ESPN College Football Studios with BYU National Champion Trevor Matich, Kevin Connors here with you. Wild day in college football, and it's not done yet. We want to take you out to Auburn.
This way, Auburn. Missouri, over here.
Zion Young had you curious. It's 10:23 Central, and Missouri, after winning the toss, trying to do better than they did in 22 when they came down here for the first time. September 24th of 22, Harrison Mevis missed a chip shot field goal at the end of regulation. And then after Anders Carlson had a second chance at a 39-yarder to give Missouri the lead, Tigers, Nathan P. fumbled what would have been the game-winning touchdown. And Caden Briggs recovered in the end zone to seal it. Missouri has won its last 21 against unranked opponents, and Auburn's trying to avoid an 0-4 start for the 3rd straight season in conference play.
And really, the college football playoff chances for Missouri hang in the balance as well. For a season that started as well as it did, the loss to Alabama obviously derailed last week, but this is a team that had expectations when you looked at the schedule and how they started of making the college football playoff, and Now against a beaten and battered Auburn team, they got to find a way to pull one out here. And for Auburn and Jackson Arnold, a redemption opportunity to get this season back on track.
Arnold had a really good fourth quarter.
you.